Hello, it's Megara, welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new. Today is kind of thing I've been loving this past few months because I haven't done one of these in absolutely ages, and I kind of felt bad because I was meant to be doing one of these every month and then shit hit the fan and I just didn't get around to it. So I'm just going to get started because I've got a few bits out of my bed that I'm going to talk about, but yes. So I'm going to start off with hair care. Now, my favourite hairbrush is a wet brush. I just have the black and white one, and I mentioned this because I left it at the in-laws place when I came back last, and I didn't realise I was determined I'd brought it back with me, and I hadn't, I just hadn't packed it. They found it there. I asked if they seen a black and white hairbrush, and they posted it back to me with some sweets and stuff, and I feel so, they're so generous and lovely, and oh, I'm gonna hug you guys when I see you this weekend. But this brush, because it's got really flexible bristles, because I think it's designed for wet hair, it's so nice and gentle. I mean, I've got a bit of hair, could be molting a bit, but compared to my normal hairbrush, like my old one, which is, you can't really see it in the background, but it's over there, it's just so much gentler. Because then I went back, when I started using that one, when I realised I'd forgotten this, it felt so horrible. When I went back to this, it's so nice and gentle, and it's really flexible. It doesn't pull your hair too much. Even my boyfriend, who has long hair now, appreciates how nice this is because he normally uses a comb, because he hasn't had long hair in a long time. Shampoo, because I've got to say, shampoo is important. I mean, cheap shampoo is not good for your hair, but I love to use Bedhead by TG. I don't know what's expensive, but you can buy it on Amazon. So I bought the Urban Antidotes Recovery Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner, 750ml each, so 1.5 litres for both. I've got shampoo and conditioner. It was £13, well, £14 roughly. They retail for £31.50 otherwise, so it's worth having Amazon occasionally. Like, this is an Amazon deal, so turn this brightness down a bit. It looks like this. I bought it on the 26th of July, started using it not long after that, and honestly, I still have a good half bottle of shampoo. I've got a lot more conditioner because I don't use conditioner every time, but my hair feels so nice. I mean, the ends aren't perfect anymore because they've been going, I haven't had them trimmed since like February because of COVID, but my hair is still looking pretty good. I mean, it's been a lot worse, I'm not gonna lie, but treating it well has been so much better for it. I mean, I've got a lot of random colours in my hair, but it is all natural. It's just, I have very fine hair, like, this is my entire head of hair in this one bit. My niece, who is 2, has more hair than me, so if you've got fine hair, invest in it because it's going to last longer, it's not going to break as much, and don't bleach it because it's going to ruin it. Skincare wise, I love No. 7's Hydroluminous Water Surge Gel Cream Moisturiser for dry skin. I barely use any of this when I do use it. It is very wet, it is very moisturising. You can kind of see it gleaming in there. It's really lovely. I use this every time I get out of the shower, usually when I take my makeup off. But I use it alongside the LMS Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This stuff is amazing and amazingly expensive. This cost like £80 for a jar this big. This cost 15, which is why I bought this when I realised I was running out of this. Now, this is good, but I can't justify £80 worth of good. I can buy a new tyre for my car for less. I've used a lot. I got this in a advent calendar. I have used so much of this, but I'm going to be using this until the bottom is dry. I'm going to just keep going until I've run out because it is really good. It makes my skin feel so nice and it smells wonderful. There's just something about moisturiser that smells good and doesn't irritate my skin, because my skin can get irritated really easily, particularly if I've been eating like cheese. Cheese and chocolate are the big ones which irritate my skin because I'm allergic to dairy. So yeah, this is amazing. This is only 30ml, so I think it's like 60 quid a jar. So it's £87 for the 50ml jar, so it's definitely expensive, but if you want to invest in your skincare, this is really, really good. Now, I'm going to start going on with makeup stuff because that is probably what you're more interested in right now. So for what I love for primer is the Honey Dew Me Up. I normally wear this under like a matte foundation or a matte foundation, or if my skin has just been a little bitch, I'll put this on, or just in general. But it's honey, I love honey, anybody who knows me knows how much I love honey. And it's not sticky like honey, I know it may look it, but I just put a little bit on my skin, rub it all in. Not a little bit goes a long way with this, so I use it quite sparingly, and then if I need more I can just layer it up. But it is really nice, it's really hydrating, it's just a nice thing, and it is good for 12 months once you open it. And I'm probably going to get through that. For foundation, I know these are both high end, but don't at me. The Urban Decay Naked Stay Naked foundation is lovely. It's hydrating, it's not quite a perfect match at the moment, it's more of a summer foundation for me, but I can make it work during these colder months when I haven't actually got a tan at all. I just go back to Base Meg, which is really bloody pale. And the KVD Lock-It foundation I've been loving. It isn't perfect for me right now, like in the summer when it's been a bit warmer and not as dry, it's great. It does stay, it really does actually stay on my face, which is quite an achievement because, well, it does cling to a few dry patches, but unless I've got a mask on or something, it does tend to stay on. I'm assuming that the review on this has gone live by now, so if it hasn't really linked somewhere there or down in there. But it is a really good foundation. I do love them. Both for different reasons, like one is a more hydrating foundation, one is a more matte foundation. One is much more full coverage, the KVD one is really full coverage. The Urban Decay one is like medium-ish foundation, medium-ish coverage. But they're both very good, both work very well with all the concealers I've tried, and haven't plumbed too badly to like my chin when it's been grim or anywhere else which has been dry. It does come off my nose, but face masks, that's all I'm saying. Face masks is just a thing when I'm testing. For powder is the other end of the spectrum. I love the I Heart Revolution Peach powder. It's what I've got on my face at the moment. I can get it out in a little bit. It goes quite a long way. It isn't drying to the point of my face feels like concrete, which some are, and it's like for £5 for what, 30 grams? 22 grams, so it is good. I do love it. Oh, I just realised how much of this stuff is high end. And for bronzer, I've been loving the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer. It looks like this. I haven't really been using my Physicians Formula one at the moment. I've just been sticking to this. And I should get my other one that I use. The other one I tend to use is the I Heart Revolution Coffee Bronzer in Latte. This is quite dark, so I have to use this really sparingly. Like, just a bit of a colour difference there, isn't it? So I tend to, if I use this one, I go in really, really sparingly and carefully because I don't trust myself, quite honestly, not to cock it up, because that is what I'm good at. You can guarantee the one time I don't go in sparingly, I'm going to be running late for work, and that is whole face of makeup screwed up. The blush that I've been loving is the KVD Honeysuckle Blush. It is just a nice, simple blush that isn't too pink, and it isn't too out there, and it isn't ridiculously pigmented. I can just work with this. I know that if I grab this, it's all good. This is what I'm going to be using to travel with now, to the point it's actually going in the bag that I'm taking with me to Devon when I go tomorrow. Yeah. I don't have many blushes, but when I do love a blush, I will just keep using it until I find something better. But that is so good. It is expensive, but it is so good. Highlighters. I'm going to talk about the cheaper one first. This is the XX Revolution highlighter in Echo, and it is just, it's just such a nice, simple, kind of pearly coloured highlighter. It's inoffensive, it's easy to use. It's travel friendly. I'm not a big fan of the texture on the front, but that is just because I don't like texture like this in general. There's nothing against it, it's why I don't like corduroy. The other highlighter that I probably mentioned last time as well is the Hyper Real Glow by MAC. I have it in Flash and Ore. It is looking a bit rank, isn't it? Like, I've hit pan. I use this so much. It's the only highlighter I've ever hit pan on, and I think that says it all. I haven't actually got much that I really, really love for brows at the moment because I've got mine tinted for now, but I do love the ABH Dip Brow Gel. It keeps my brows in place. That's all I ask for a brow gel, and this one does actually keep it in place because then I put my brow gel in first, let that dry for a second, and then start with everything else, because then I find my brows I don't then get a random hair sticking up like that, or like that, when it shouldn't be. They actually stay in place, unlike some other brow gels I've used, which is quite an achievement. I do like some brow pencils. I haven't found one that I'm like, this is my ride or die, I'm going to love this forever. I do like the Collection Incredibrow pencil, but it's not a case of I will worship the ground it walks on. I like it. Eyes are next. So I've got 3 palettes. One is a Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette by Morphe, and I like this because it is cool tones. It is not everybody's cup of tea. I know there's a lot of controversy about this palette in general, but it was cheap. I like it. I use it when I'm feeling like I want to try something out a bit different, like the greens and stuff, but it is just a nice cool tone palette, and I haven't found another cool tone palette that I really like or really want to buy that appeals to me as much as this one does. There is also the Sofa Extra Spice palette, which is a bit reflective and looks like this on the inside. I like it because it's nice and simple, it's bright, it's colourful, it's got the cool tones, it is very travel friendly because it is like not that big. I just have a tiny head. It's just a normal Revolution palette that I like travelling with. If I'm going to take a palette somewhere that I want something that I can use a lot of things with, it'll be something like this. Because it's warm, it's got cool, it hasn't got anything particularly offensive in it. Well, nothing's got something particularly offensive, but I am a brightly coloured person normally. This is me being toned down. Speaking of not toned down, is the Nikkie Tutorials Beauty Bay palette. I was so on it when it came to ordering this. Legitimately, I ordered it in the car on the way back from a day out, because it was bank holiday weekend. I was in the car when I got an email saying this had launched, and I ordered it then and there. I already had something else in my bag waiting for this to come out because I knew this was coming out. And it looks like this. I'm sure everybody on the internet's seen it by now, but I just love that I can make whatever the hell I want, and I've got enough stuff for everyday colours like the browns and stuff. There's the yellow, blues, green. It's just a beautiful, really easy to work with palette. This is what I wear to work quite often. And what I have on my face right now, because I just filmed this look a minute ago, is the Morphe X Maddie Ziegler palette, because it's this row here. I've used this row once and I loved it. It was so easy to work with. I could literally just add this tacky base, I stuck the colours on and it worked. And that is what I want when I want a colourful look. I don't want to have to build up 17 different layers like you do with some palettes, or have to apply a tacky base and immediately go in with the colours, otherwise it's going to dry up and you won't be able to work. This is just really nice, and these colours around here are what I've got in my eye at the moment. It's got colours, it's got some nice dark ones which I haven't tried yet, and it's got some very, very, very everyday colours, which is why I like this at the moment, and my plaster is trying to stick to it so much. Eyeliners. I like colourful makeup, so the Barry M liners. I need to get hold of a pink one of these, but I can't see them in store, and I don't want to order a face wash at the moment for whatever reason, I don't know. But these are what I use if I'm going to be doing colourful eyeliner. They're like £3 each, and they're beautiful. They are got nice thin tips. They don't sting too much when you get them in your eye, because I have done that. I did that the other day in fact, and I just kind of blinked it out, whereas some stuff grabs and sticks so badly to your contact lenses, it's horrible. Yeah, these are just really, really nice. 3 mascaras. These are the only 3 mascaras I tend to use at the moment. The Mascara Revolution, I'm sure I've spoken about this, and the Collection Lash Surge before. Both are very cheap, but both are very good for different reasons. This is what I tend to use a lot. Or the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, because it's really good. It's got 2 different ends. One is volume and curl, one is length and curl, one is volume. And as somebody with fine hair, I need something with volume to it. Length, not so much. I've got quite long lashes. Curl, my glasses does that for me, which is glorious. I think my glasses do it for me. At one point I had a right angle, and my lashes literally looked like that from being pressed against my glasses for so long. But it's really good, it's really nice. It is expensive, but sometimes it just has to be. And almost finally, lip products. So, lipsticks I've been loving. MAC Yash. This is what I tend to use on the daily. It isn't what I got on today, but if you're ever unsure of what lipstick it is, it's normally this one. Or, as I have on today, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one is much more pink. I only got this recently for my birthday and it's just a nice pinky nudie colour I really like at the moment. It's quite similar to my natural lip colour. Or the Fenty Beauty lipstick. It's kind of an orangey nudie colour. I love using this for like nude looks. I think it is in Mademoiselle or Single. I don't know. I think it's Single. It's really, really nice. And the lip balm, the Nano Lips ones. I've got a mango or peachy one and this strawberry one. One lives in my work bag, one lives on the side in here. And it's just really nice. I like it. It makes my lips feel nice, particularly when I'm feeling quite dry, because it happens at this time of year. But this is so nice. I recommended by a YouTuber, I can't remember which one, but they're really good. They're pretty good. They're on Look Fantastic or one of those type of websites. Feel Unique, one of those. Very good. Got here very quickly. I really do like these. And yeah, I think that's everything for the moment that I'm loving. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, so then I can get some more videos like this done, because then I know that you'd actually want to watch what I like and what I hate. Yeah, so thank you for watching and I'll see you again next time for another lovely video. Bye!